Welcome to Rosekill Union Pacific Phoenix Subdivision. So this is absolutely created by our team and nothing is gonna be in our username. So let's gonna be doing for once and for all. As we're gonna be doing for like itself, I'm gonna be lowering the volume and we're gonna be doing for such as very it's not the first time. We are here inside of Phoenix, Arizona, and there must be a freight yard over here and a little bit on other ones. There must be turnaround loops, and but this game is absolutely unfinished, and this is gonna be taken for very far, and it will be an actual row scale video for this one. So starting for this for a locomotive, the AC44CW, that I'm gonna be using this one is the ESW as well. So there must be I just literally spawn for the ESW. This is big, and would I ever to do like I seen this? So if I'm gonna be doing such as gonna be for the AC, I'm gonna be doing for a heritage locomotives as literally first two locomotives, CSX locomotives, and AC 4460 CW as well. And I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be doing for just a lot of them, and we're gonna be see some kind of a little bit for many things as well. So I'm gonna be doing for such as very first time, and we got our DCC controller as well. So we have all locomotives, and there must be some kind of a rail cars as well. So let's gonna be doing for rail cars, main faced sets as well, and this is gonna be taking for a lot of these things as well. So many more of these that I just added for very much as well. So I'm gonna be using, that must be the train 6076. I'm gonna be pulling for this one, and looks like we have couple for this one. 6077 looks like we're gonna be using for an last thing that we're just gonna be doing. A very first thing that it should be gonna be pushing the locomotive forward for always this one. So I'm gonna be checking out what the hell soon for an horn for this one. So and loud things is gonna be very meant to be. So looks like I'm gonna be using for the ES44AC. So which is I'm gonna be adding one locomotive at this one. So including for us for a very powerful moments, and looks like it's gonna be taking with us for a very powerful for this one. And looks like this must be a power unit for this one. So as well, I'm gonna be coupling some mainline cars as well. More of these, I'm just gonna be adding for a lot of these, as this video could not able to go for over 15 minutes or 15 minutes, or even for recently it's gonna be taking for very much time. So looks like this powerful locomotive is gonna be rolling on for just gonna be a largest amount of freights and a very amount of stuff as well. So even this is gonna be possible. Other rail cars, main fest set 2 is gonna be pretty such as big a lot. And most likely even like these things, I can absolutely sprint it around for this some kind of for acknowledge about for this one. So looks like everything is about for ready to go. So looks like it's gonna be taking for about for big. Let's gonna be using about for rail cars. We have a lot of these things as well. We have gonna be doing for a load trasher, and looks like we're gonna be using for a loaded trasher around for this one. So let's gonna be keeping ourselves moving, and we're just gonna be getting a trasher first. I don't think the trasher isn't exactly for the ID moments around for here. And the intermodal stuff, we'll be gonna be using a gondola. So the last thing that we're gonna be taking for about for this big, I need to make this locomotives even for its handling. There is no cabooses here, and about for this one. So there must be a high cube for me and a lot of these things as well. So there must be a lot of a high cube box cars as well. So another box cars is gonna be a lot, and very a lot of these things as well. That's not these things. These are the freight cars that I just gonna be getting a lot of rail cars as possible. So this is gonna be for an high cube, as we're gonna be doing for such as reverse, and gotta get a lot of them. And most likely, I'm gonna be making up the biggest locomotives, whatever we seen for about this. So I'm just gonna be using to get a white tanker, and most likely it's gonna be taking without for loading for screens such as before. It took for a very long time. It will gonna be taking for about for a little bit suggestions, and about 2 hours later, we got 8 well cars. And the locomotive doesn't gonna be handling much more weight as even possible. So I just suggest to move around for 15 minutes. So what is gonna be stands for yellow canter beam for just gonna be a coal hopper, and about for this one. There must be one coal hopper, and about for this very first. So I just gonna be coupling all and a little bit for this one, but all cars is gonna be doing like this one. And because we have for BNSF hopper, as we got here, and looks like it's gonna be a little bit big around here, and that must be, it's gonna be very huge. You can choose around for the BNSF and a lot of these things as well. So I think we're gonna be using for a brown canter beam. So, and a yellow canter beam will be at one more, and there must be no cabooses as well. So looks like there must be at least coal hopper in the bound for this back. So the last one should be right here, and it's gonna be such as a little bit for one no intents for something, and this is gonna be all of it. So we suggest we're gonna be moving up the train. How many trains we have there? And that must be across the railroad crossing in the bound for this. And I forgot to turn on the light and bell. And how much even realistic is this? I think this is gonna be very enormously. That was absolutely pretty good about this. So looks like isn't gonna be for realistic soundings as well. And because a far distance is gonna be taking with us for too far. And a mixed freight of these things are absolutely really big, and this is absolutely insane. And looks like we're gonna be making up for the full throttle and making to this for the top speeds of the trains. And looks like it doesn't gonna be really fast as well. The top speeds is a little bit slow, but looks like the recently that is gonna be all trains we have for. And this is gonna be standing for a lot of these freight cars as well. Let's gonna be moving about for the stock goods as we gonna be going around for here. As you can hear the train horn sound. Yep, it's pretty a little bit low about for this one. I think this is gonna be something about for realistic like these times. I think I just literally heard it really loudly. I just always heard for these 3 trains. So unfortunately, that wasn't going to be pretty surprising. So at least an unfinished row scale game is not going to be doing something like a little bit. And it's going to be coming around through on here. And is it going to be the game unfinished? I think it's going to be such as taken around for enough. I think this game needs some free camera and around here for our first couple of cars, and recently it's gonna be a lot of them. So before we're gonna be end of this video, this is taking for about us for a lot of these cars, and most of the recently freight cars and some kind of well cars as bigger cargo things like this one. So a last couple of freight cars as well, as we can even for just doing like this one. After we across the bridge, this is going to be a little bit realistic. There must be an express train and commuter service. We'll be heading out to the station, and recently there must be cabooses over here, and looks like big trains won't be going to be very fast as possible. This is where we're going to be end of this video until the train arrives. As the train is going to be coming through, and I just going to be hearing the train alive. And about this one, I just turn on the bells on, and it's gonna be coming really fast, and because looks like the the diesel locomotives is gonna be coming through. So I suggest I'm gonna be turning left, and we're about to finish the round for freight. And it's gonna be coming fast, and look. And what you see in the battlefield here. And there must be a lot of freight cars we have there, and this is a little bit pretty big. And how this is gonna be making us know. So how many trains we have there? I don't really make the longest kind of a freight trains like or something. And this is gonna be such as big ideas as well. So as you can see, the train is gotta be long enough. I do not make the longest possible train, which means I don't have any ideas to do. So this is gonna be where the end of this video comes from, if you enjoy or about for this video. So if you like for today's, like it's gonna be rolling goods, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And that is all that we're ever right here to do in Phoenix Sub as well. For in the Phoenix Subdivision, we're gonna be end of this video right now, as the train is gonna be coming throughout for its other side, and this is gonna be all for this one. So absolutely, thanks for watching and about for this video, and I'm gonna be letting the train pass, and I can hear the train horns again. This should be gonna be very worth it as well. So I just always turn on the lights. It's gonna be very possible as well, and the ditch lights doesn't absolutely vary turning on for just a little bit yet, and it's gonna be coming back into the main line as possible. Unusually. This sounds gonna be very real, and I'm gonna be talking you into the next video. But a lot of these freight cars that I should be able to making around for this video, it's just a good video and about for a row scale video. That must be a triple one row scale video, and it should be gonna be very good, that I say.